Welcome back to another episode of Sky Terran 2 Grandmaster. In the last few episodes, we've already managed to climb up to Diamond 1. And because you guys have been asking me so much in the comments, I might even do some Viking drops today. Let's begin. Alright, first game of the day is against a Zerg. Should we do the Viking drops against Zerg, or should we... You know, ideally, I think we save it for a Protoss player, because against Protoss... I think Protoss is the only race that has their workers two-shot by Vikings, I believe. For some reason, I feel like they might two-shot SCVs as well, but I'm just not 100% sure. Drones should definitely not get two-shot, though, because they're not mechanical. And I've actually noticed something weird. I really wanted to stick to one color for this challenge, which is orange, but it's possible that the last episode was already in teal. I'm not quite sure. It's just... Sometimes it feels like my other accounts mess with the settings of my, other accounts, so... Without me changing it, it actually changed to teal, so I'm not quite sure what is up with that, but I do hope to stick with orange. I do think it's a nice color. Don't think I've played with orange for a while for a full challenge, so here we are. Now, how am I gonna use Sky Terran most efficiently against Zerg? Actually, I'm gonna tell you guys about a meta that I think happened... I'm trying to correct the timeline in my head. I think it happened in early 2016, and I say this because I remember that this was very shortly before my own peak, which was late 2016, early 2017. So it had to be early 2016, maybe late 2015. But there was actually a Sky Terran Pro meta against Zerg, and I never played it because I didn't really believe in it, but it ended up getting a lot of people a lot of wins. There were a few Terrans that were known for doing it in particular. I think the ones I can think of are Special and Marine Lord, Mexican and the French Terran, both very good at the time. And they would play pretty much... I think it was something like Viking Liberator, and that was pretty much the main composition, I believe. I imagine they made some Banshees as well, but besides that, I don't think they made a whole lot. And back then, just so you guys understand, Liberators were actually a lot stronger. I think it was before the ground damage nerf, but after the air damage nerf. At some point, Liberator air damage was so good, you could actually play Liberators against Broodlord Corruptor and just kill the units with your Liberator damage. Right now, the Liberator anti-air is a little bit of a meme. It's more of a tickle, tickle rockets than anything else, so definitely not that strong right now. But once upon a time, Liberator anti-air was good, and it also did a little bit more damage against ground. And it was just... I'm not even sure why it worked, but it was just a fantastic composition. So I would love to try Viking Liberator and see if I can actually do something with it. Now, this looks like we're definitely getting cheesed already. Let me just see. Yeah, he has a lot of gas. This is definitely going to be a cheese. Now, this is actually the best possible scenario for us because I'm not allowed to make units right out of the factory, and I'm not allowed to make more than 5 Marines. So technically, I cannot really stop cheese. But the fact that I scouted it might discourage him from actually trying to go along with it. I'm gonna have to use my Reaper here to kill the Zerglings. And then I'll get a bunker anyway. I'll get the bunker under the Overlord. That's actually really nice. Oh, he's not paying it. Guys, he's gonna lose that Overlord. That is actually very rough here. I'm pretty happy with keeping the Lynx at home. I'll just keep the Reaper in front here, see if he's gonna move out with Roaches. What the hell am I gonna do against freaking Roaches with max 5 Marines, though? Yeah, it does seem like he is still going along with his plan because there's no drones and stuff. If he got supply blocked because of that, I would be pretty sad for him, not gonna lie. Like, that's really rough. Let's see. Yeah, the eggs are taking too long, so that means it is Roaches. So this is my 5th Marine. The best thing I can do here... Okay, this is actually gonna be quite scary because I thought I could maybe wall it off with bunkers. But the problem is, since he mined a lot of gas, it means he's gonna be morphing Ravagers. And Ravagers are gonna have a pretty easy time to deal with... bunkers that are clumped up against each other. So what... Okay, he does have a queen. So what I'm gonna have to do here is just make a bunch of bunkers so I can keep teleporting to the next bunker, basically. And since I'm not allowed to make any more units, I'm just gonna use my big buildings here to wall off. Then I'm gonna go for a Banshee. I'm actually gonna do a sick... Oh, this is another opener I wanted to try. I'll definitely try it again later when I'm not being cheesed as well. But I wanted to try to go for speed Banshees, but without the cloak. Okay, so the first bunker is gone, and now we have the second backup bunker, and the third... Oh, that's actually perfect enough, and the third one is gonna finish just in time. Micro the SCVs. I can wall in the Ravagers, so he can't escape. He actually can't even walk away here if he tried. Wow, the double bunker, guys. Let's freaking go. Now, the Lynx are gonna be able to get through, but with the double bunker, I really don't have to be too scared. He has a lot of Lynx, but my bunker's actually in range, so that's perfectly fine. I think I'm gonna get a second starport as well. Actually, something that's potentially scary is he could actually run into my main. He doesn't realize, but he could have run into my main at that point, so I'm just... Oh, he's actually gonna go for it? No way, I actually got it. Okay, that's gross. I feel like this game was pretty unfortunate for this guy. He was in a good position, but in the end, yeah, just somehow the perfect defense was mustered, and that is gonna be a rough one for him. And now he sees the double starport. And I guess that composition I was talking about earlier with the Liberator Viking, it'll have to wait. But I feel like this was actually pretty much a perfect hold. It says I lost units. Of course I did. I don't even know what I lost because it felt like I lost nothing. Yeah, we got a really good read. And I think the best possible scenario for him was to actually cancel this all-in. I do have to admit, if there's Zerg players watching, if you do like the cheese, obviously I like to help everyone. I think this cheese in particular, it's been pretty popular in like Diamond and Master. But I don't think it's that great, because to do an all-in with the 3 Ravagers, like, look how much gas he has mined. He mined over 600 gas, I believe, and there's just not that much you really get for it. So I feel like a better all-in would just to mine a little bit of gas, go with 5 roaches and pressure, and then drone behind it, because this all-in is very committed, and you honestly don't get that much for 300 gas. Making 3 Ravagers not that great. Anyway, for us it was a nice warm-up game, a good dub. Let's keep it going. Alright, game number 2 is a Protoss. Ooh, it's on Waterfall. Guys, I think it is time to bring out the legendary Viking drop now. Since the first episode, you guys have been bugging me that I should be allowed to land Vikings. So I'm gonna do it in the most style possible by going for a Viking drop here. Now, obviously, if we get cheesed again, that's gonna, you know, mess up with our plans a little bit. But I'm just trying to think how I can do this, because the biggest challenge in these challenges against Protoss has been the aggressive Blink build. They make a bunch of Stalkers, they attack me with Blink, and if I don't have tanks or like the perfect setup, I usually just die to it. So I'm kind of thinking maybe I should do a proxy so I can hit before that Blink gets going. But then again, since I'm not allowed to make non-starport units after a certain point, I might just be in a massive amount of trouble if my only production is out here, right? And that's it. Actually, there is... Okay, I have a pretty funny idea. I have an idea, guys. It just popped into my head. You guys could probably witness that thought unfold in my face. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go for a proxy factory with a starport. I'm gonna make a reactor with the factory, so I can make a medevac and a Viking at once, just so I can land the Viking and drop it, and then I can reactor Vikings after that. Now, I believe 4 Vikings do fit in a medevac, surprisingly. It really feels like it should be 2 if you look at like how big the unit is and stuff, but it's actually 4, I believe. Which is a pretty nuts drop if you think about it, right? A 4 Viking drop. Talk about probes getting shredded. Now, I think even if I happen to get cheesed here, there's probably a decent chance that with like the 5 Marines I can hold well enough. Maybe not hold off entirely, but well enough for my Vikings to kind of clean up after that. Now, I do really hope I don't get scouted. That would be a bit sad. Now, I'm not intending this to be an all-in, so I'm kind of wondering how much gas I should mine. After this, I could probably get a Marine and then a reactor. That will end up nicely with 5. Or maybe I should just not make a reactor at all, so I can use the gas for like another starport or something like that, right? Because it's not like I'm going to be able to use that reactor for more than just a few Marines. So let's scout around our bases first, see what's going on. Make sure we're not being proxied. And then we can focus on what's really important here, guys. The hidden build. If this works really well, we need to keep this a secret, guys. We can call this the new secret build. Not sure if I've ever told you guys about the original secret build. Guess it's a perfect opportunity to tell you guys about it anyway. So once upon a time, actually I know exactly when this was. This was late 2015. I was just streaming. I was kind of starting like a full-time streaming thing. I think I was streaming 6 hours a day for, yeah, Monday to Friday. And I was just streaming some TVP ladder. And at that time, early Legacy of the Void, TVP was very rough. Like Adepts 2-shot SCVs, 2-shot Marines, Oracles came out super fast, I believe. So it was a rough time for TVP and I was looking for answers. And then I had a friend who recommended me to do a proxy ghost build, right? A proxy ghost, you guys have probably witnessed that build a few times. A proxy ghost build, and back in the day, the revelation on the Oracle, which attacks, cost more energy. So they would usually not have that much detection. So what the build was, is you would go for a Proxy Reaper. Because no one did Proxy Ghost. You would go for a Proxy Reaper, make them think it's like a normal cheese. And then after one Reaper, you would go for Ghost with Cloak, and they just wouldn't have detection. And then on the stream, it worked so well that I asked everyone on the stream to just not tell anyone about it at all. And we called it the hashtag secret build. And I didn't really think I would get to use it later on. But I think it was about 1 or 2 months after I played in the DreamHack quarterfinals, and I did the build in game 1 against Showtime. And it worked super well, and I actually won that game. And it set the momentum for the entire series pretty much. No, wait, guys. I can actually kill this Stalker. I can just... Oh, it's 2 Stalkers. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna dip then. No, the 3rd Stalker. Please don't kill me. It's content. I need content. Okay, thank you. So that was the original secret build. Accidental genius build from Twitch chat. Basically winning me that quarterfinals, which was freaking epic, honestly. And now if this build works really well, it's gonna be the secret build too. But so far, it's not looking super hot with this medevac being red HP already. And I'm just gonna go for more... Let's see, just... Oh yeah, Stalkers are just waiting there. I think I need to get some kind of trade. Actually, I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna just distract with the Reaper, get a little bit of scouting. There's no battery. And then these Vikings are gonna go into the natural. He has 4 Stalkers, which is enough to beat 3 Vikings, but it's not an easy fight by any means for him. Okay, oh, this could actually be promising too. Let's see. And now he's coming over here, and then we just fly into the natural really fast. There we go. Oh, he's actually just waiting there. Wait, did he even realize I was attacking his 3rd base? I honestly don't think he realized that my stuff was there. It seemed like. Okay, that's a little bit weird, but it is what it is. Let's see. He's not actually responding to this very much. He's coming with a bunch of Stalkers now. He's probably gonna try to... Okay, good pickup. Ah, no. Okay. Thank goodness I didn't reach that. Yo, these Vikings are actually winning, by the way. Yo, these Vikings are hard fragging right now. And now more Vikings into the main. Let's freaking go. This is a true Penguin Brothers Sky Terran build over here. Let me target that one. Oh my god, these things are actually going ham. He also didn't go for Blink, by the way. He's actually straight up just making normal Stalkers. Oh, look how fast they kill it. It's beautiful. Let me just kill the Stalkers here, actually. I don't even need to target the probes for the beginning. And here I can start killing some probes because I'm not winning this fight anyway. And now I'm basically making mass Vikings from 2 starports. I have my 5 Marines still. Actually, I guess I might as well just fly the barracks over if I'm not going to be able to use it anyway. And the factory. Factory goes here, barracks goes here. This is just like a mass harassment build, basically. I'm going to make Hellions in his main and Marines in his 3rd base. I don't know if it makes any sense, but we're doing it. Don't question it, guys. Now, he could have a Colossus or an Immortal or a Disruptor here. Doesn't seem to be anything yet. You can go into the main again. He's running away from me, which makes me think he does not have an Immortal, perhaps. Let's see. Oh, he does have an Immortal. If you fight against Immortals, you always want to target down the barrier. If you hit the Immortal once, the barrier activates. There you go. And then it's not going to be online for your follow-up. Maybe I can save this, actually. You can just hide in the corner. Wait, is he going to lose the Nexus to this? You know, it's funny to see how expensive these Vikings are. I can literally not afford a 3rd base or anything like that at all. Okay. Okay, he is here now. He's going to try to save this Nexus. I won't have time to pop the barrier. But, oh, he was already popped, maybe. Oh, that is pretty sick. Zealots are actually pretty good against these because they're not mechanical. But they're just not enough here. Dude, he's running from the Vikings are coming in from everywhere. He's trying to run away, but it's just a little bit too much. I was thinking there was like 3 observers above my army. Or actually, it looked like he was just a cloak blob. Yeah, it was 2 of them. Alright, guys, there you have it. Viking drop into the Viking land, into the Viking reinforcements, into the Viking sandwich. That's what you guys were all asking for, so here you go. Hopefully, if I find a good build, I can actually mix this in with my regular builds. I killed 49 workers with this. 49 workers at 7 minutes 15, guys. He has 11 workers left. Holy crap. Yeah, this is actually nuts. Like, Vikings melt probes so fast. Like, these were like all of his probes left, basically. I guess he had a few here. They were obviously gonna die to this 500 IQ barracks. Anyway, Viking drops was a success. Let's keep it going. Alright, hey, that's our first Masters players, guys. Let's freaking go. NPC, a 4.2 Zerg player. Now, how can we incorporate Viking drops in a normal play? I already think I have a decent idea. Let me tell you what the idea is. I don't think we can open with it, because opening with, you know, one medevac and one Viking from a reactor and then making reactor Vikings after. I just don't think it has enough power fast enough. But what I think I could do is technically I could just have a starport with a tech lab. Let's say it's researching cloak or banshee speed, right? There's no reason why I wouldn't be able to make a medevac together with banshee speed, for example. So I can just make a medevac with my first tech lab starport. And at some point I will get, you know, a starport on a reactor. I'll be able to make Vikings from it. And then if I don't need them for anti-air, I can just drop them. And I think that's probably the best formula. Now this game, if we don't get cheesed, I want to do the build that in game 1 just popped up into my mind as we were getting cheesed. And that is to play Banshee speed first. Which really sounds like an insane strategy, because the counter to Banshees without cloak is just the queen standing there and shooting it, right? That's it. So normally they need detection in place, they need a spore crawler, they need overseer, which they don't have that fast. And that's why you can kind of circumvent the spore crawlers and snipe workers. But I wonder if there might just be more plays to be made when I get speed fast. Yeah, the biggest problem is, I mentioned in the first episode, I believe, or maybe the second one, or both, probably both, because it annoys me, is that Banshee speed just takes an absolute eternity to build. Banshee speed probably takes about as long as 3 Banshees, maybe a little bit less. I feel like a Banshee takes like 43 seconds, and Banshee speed takes like 121. I think that sounds accurate, which means that 3 Banshees take a little bit longer, but... You know, it's probably... I mean, if they're fast anyway, they can get across the map real fast. So that, I guess, you know, lifts that downside of it taking an eternity. But we'll see. First, we need to scout, make sure we don't get cheesed. Check if there's, like, a third base on the way. Etc, etc, etc. Now, the Reaper does make that pretty easy against Zerg. In other matchups, the Reaper is a bit of a hit or miss. If you scout in, there's a good chance that their units are just standing there and they kill your Reaper. And you're like, huh, why did I make this thing again? But against Zerg... You can usually scout pretty much everything with the Reaper, at least until Zergling speed is done. Which should be about, well, depending on the Zerg, between 3 and 4 minutes. Usually it's about 340, I want to say. I can use this one Marine to deny the Overlords. I actually didn't quite pay attention to where the Overlord was on my side of the map. Maybe I didn't see it. No, he is sending his links on my Reaper, very nice. I did say I would hold back on Reaper Micro a little bit until I reached Masters. Now, this is a Masters opponent, so I can definitely micro my Reaper. And you can see the defense was also, you know, quite good. He sent the links on the Reaper instantly. And there's the third base, so I don't have to wonder about getting cheesed anymore, which is fantastic. Now, wait a second. Do I actually have enough gas to start Banshee speed right away? Because Banshee speed is a 50 gas more expensive than Banshee cloak. I feel like it should still work out, but we'll see. I guess if I start Banshee speed before a Banshee, that means that the timing actually does work out with the 3 Banshees, right? So maybe it's not all that bad. Now I'm gonna make a bunker purely because I am playing without Hellions. So he mined exactly 100 gas and then pulled off gas. Excuse me, that is a good tell. He's making more queens. Yeah, I'm just afraid of getting link flooded. I feel like a link flood would be incredibly difficult to defend early on. Like, if he hits right now before the bunker is up, that could just be instantly be me being absolutely screwed. Okay, so I do actually barely not have enough gas, which is still completely fine. Actually, I'm gonna land my stuff there. This is actually pretty nice about this, by the way. If you're not gonna use your barracks and your factory, you actually do have a nice wall pretty fast. Now, I still wouldn't recommend you guys play your normal games without barracks or factory, but, you know, if you do for some reason, if you do really like these challenges and want to try it out, then, you know, this is actually a pretty nice setup to have here. I know he's not gonna Baning all in me or Roach all in me because he stopped mining gas. I guess he could do a delayed Roach all in, actually. That is something that's possible. Now, should I go for the Banshee plus Viking drop combo? I guess at this point we're all waiting for it, so I might as well. You see I'm getting Banshee speed, and then at some point... I guess after 3 Banshees, I'll make a medevac, and then we can start doing a Viking drop. I do feel like against Zerg it's probably not that useful, but it is a good experiment anyway to see, you know, if the build actually flows well, if it makes any sense, if it has potential in the other matchups. Now, even though I killed his Overlord, I'm still gonna just patrol, you know, my units here, just in case there's a second Overlord. Why not? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna... Actually, yeah, that's actually true. I can just make Vikings. I don't necessarily need to wait for the medevac. I can just make Vikings go out on the map. You know, this actually does kind of seem like a brutal combination here. Like, the Vikings are gonna clear the Overlords, and then my Banshees might actually be unseen. Like, his Overlord saw I guess, this setup. But he's not going to expect me to show up with 3 Banshees with speed. If he does expect that, then he, you know, either has 5 IQ or 5 million. You guys can decide which one it is in that case. But here we go. 2 Vikings are out. And I guess I'll just destroy these. Now, at this point, I don't really need the medevac anymore. So this build doesn't quite work out that tight. I guess we can conclude. Yo, wait, this is actually a sick wall, guys. Wait, is that actually a wall? Yeah, that is a wall. No freaking way. How did I manage to wall it off that cleanly? That wasn't even intentional, guys. That just happened. I mean, of course, I did it with intention, but I didn't know that beforehand. That is actually pretty sick. So with that way, he can already only attack me from the top, which really makes a world of a difference, because I straight up just need less planetaries and stuff to cover everything. So I'm gonna send all these Vikings to the main base, and then I have these 3 speed demons here. That are gonna attack on the top side. Now you could actually have the watchtower. Probably should have cleared that with one of my Vikings. Okay, it doesn't have it. That's good. Now that is already a queen I could potentially snipe. Let's go for it. See, is the queen still there? No, the queen moved. I hope I'm not. Wait, he's actually. He didn't make a spore. He saw my starboard with a tech lab researching. How's there no spore here? That is actually a bit rough. I don't have ground units, guys. That's actually a little bit annoying here, I can tell you guys that. Well, this guy is insane that he didn't make a spore there. Let's see. Gotta just get everything out of the way. Air attack is what I was missing. Yo, these Vikings kind of fragging though right now. Okay. Maybe I can sneakily land these. It's a little bit of a chaos right now, but I think we might be able to escape it. Oh no, he killed one of my Vikings. Crap. Okay. I think we're still... Actually, we didn't lose that many SCVs. I think it looked worse than it actually was in the end. Well done by him, though. That was actually a very strong counter-attack. Good stuff. Let's kill some more workers. I mean, they're so fat. You can tell I'm actually outrunning his queens. Normally, the queens can keep up. I wouldn't say easily, but they'll definitely keep up. Now... Ooh, I flew that Banshee a little bit too close. Still survived, though. Is there... anything... Wait, oh, these are locked in. Oh, dude, I was wondering why they were being so silly. No, they're actually just locked in there. Oh, that's my bad. Sorry, guys. Won't do it again. I wanted to ask if there's any, like, Mutalisk threat. It's a roach... Oh, the Hydra then. We're gonna go for Hydras. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go for... the Liberator composition I was talking about. I feel like if he makes Hydras, I could actually totally get away with playing... you know, Liberator Viking. Liberators are pretty good against Hydras. If you get enough upgrades, I'm not sure how many you need, but I'm pretty sure you can one-shot the Hydras, or maybe they buffed Hydras HP so that no longer works. So let's target some drones. Bam, bam. Man, the harassment here is sick, though, we have to say. Look at that harassment. Okay, I can actually... No, I can't kill the queen. Too many transfuses. Though they did definitely do more damage than I expected. Okay, so now... Oh, I actually have the magic number. The magic number was supposedly gonna be 9 Banshees. We figured that out. Oh, actually, wait, why were there so many? I thought there was like 2 Vikings there. No, okay. Dude, I'm getting really confused by my own play. You guys can tell I'm... I don't know why I'm shooketh, but I'm a little bit shooketh. Because I was harassing with 4 Vikings very happy, and I was like, wait, why are there 4 Vikings here? But yeah, I guess we all get a bit confuso sometimes. Oh, this is enough Banshees to one-shot the queen, though. Let's see. Bam! It's beautiful. And now we can actually use this squad to just snipe hatcheries. If I get the PFs up here... Wait, is this also a wall? No, it's almost a wall. Okay, let's see if I can do some micro here. Now, on creep, I'm not gonna do it. Okay, that's actually pretty clean. So now I'm just... He has a lot of Hydras. That's actually gonna be a bit scary, but... I'm gonna make so many Liberators that I can just siege his entire base, basically. That's the plan. I don't really want to go into BCs here. Oh, wait, is that another base that I can just snipe? I think he's just sick of me, right? No, he actually came back. I mean, that base is gonna die. There's no queens here. Look at that. And I have enough to one-shot the queens, even if there are queens. I don't know where they are, but there's another queen here. Okay, let me just... There we go. Both. So it's actually 8 Banshees, by the way. Because I'm pretty sure I one-shot that queen after losing one. Oh, I need to stop rallying my stuff across. Well, actually... Oh, I have so many SCVs. Holy crap. He's not gonna have any hatcheries left, guys. Okay, let's go to the next one. Where's all my Liberators? I actually definitely lost track of my Liberators a little bit. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I'll just siege that. Hopefully it goes well for me. Oh, he's actually gonna stay and fight? Oh, he's actually gonna lose a bunch of Hydras here, guys. That's fantastic. And now I have this planetary up. I can just siege on top of these units. Can I repair the PF in time? Actually saved that one too. Okay. I mean, this is looking pretty sick strategically so far, guys. His base are actually dying. And we are not dying to the Hydras. Or rather than not dying, we're just not even taking any damage. I mean, I think I lost like a Liberator or two maybe, but that's about it. Now, doesn't even have bases left. He doesn't even have a main right now. Oh, that freaking sneaky ass Hydra. Just killed a few of my Banshees. Not cool. I might actually have to remake these, because these were doing so good for me. I'm not sure if I can get away with literally just making Liberators. That sounds a little bit inefficient, I would say. Let's see, I'm getting in my air upgrades. Dude, they're so fast. It's really fun to play with these, by the way. I know they're not popular in pro games, but these are so fun to play with. They're so fast. Probably need to get some sensor towers up here. That is not where I wanted to build it, but I'm not even sure if my mouse slipped. I think I just thought I already put it down and then I moved my mouse away. Okay, it's time to go with like 1,000,000 Liberators. I don't know exactly how many I have. 16, almost 16, look like. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I don't want to be too crazy with them. I think if I siege them here and he attacks in, it's gonna be good. Oh no, he's actually gonna fight. He's crazy, dude. This is so many Liberators. Oh my god. Okay. I guess we could just keep sieging on top of him. Oh, now he's stuck. If he doesn't get out, he's actually stuck here. Dude, these Liberators are terrifying. Almost every shot is a dead one. Like, a Roach doesn't die in one shot, but... I mean, even though they are gonna be low HP, so... Let's try to get some more stuff up here. I'll probably just... wait, I actually lost my barracks. I'll probably just leave some Liberators here. Like, even 2 Liberators is gonna be pretty good to, like, deter him. Now I should probably be making some more Vikings, though. Because, like I said, Liberator Anti-Air is not fantastic. So if I have to rely on that, I might end up being a little bit sad. Oh, he's actually going for this one. Oh, that's annoying, actually. For some reason, I thought that one was already done. Okay. I mean, I'm getting some big sieges here. He's actually gonna have to run away from this. Oh, wait! No, wait, did you guys see that? The Banshee died? As the Overseer was already dead, I believe. That was very weird. Probably a little bit of a... Yeah, more of a visual effect thing than anything. It's really hard to actually kill these. Imagine if Liberators siege faster, how good they would be. I guess I'll just siege his entire base. Why not? I need to make servos actually on the factory. There we go. And then we just siege this up too. And then he's gonna try to counterattack, or not quite sure if it's counterattack or if he was just trying to loop around. Let's see. This feels really ridiculous, by the way. This is probably one of the more ridiculous compositions I've played with. Freaking literally mass Liberator. And his army is just terrified of it too. I guess I can land these. Probably siege a few over the Spore. Do I have enough Liberators everywhere to cover? Oh yeah, they're not getting one-shot right now. Wait, actually, maybe they don't get one-shot anymore. Yeah, it survives on... Yeah, I guess they did get a small HP buff since then. Because I don't think I can one-shot them even with +3. So that is definitely something that has changed since then. Yeah. Good thing I have these Vikings. Without these Vikings, I would actually... That is a lot of Ravagers being morphed. It's actually funny that that is his counter to the Liberators, by the way. Not to make air, but just to make 1,000,000 Ravagers. That's actually pretty funny. I mean, it might work out for him. I'll actually send a few of these back. Like, it's pretty hard to, like, bio all of them, I want to say. Like, these Liberators are doing so much damage. All these Ravagers are 100, right? So, there's actually so much damage being done. The hit labors are coming back. He's trying to kill my PF. He might not actually manage to do it. Yeah, he's actually trapped here. There we go. GG. Forced into submission by mass Liberators. Okay, you guys could probably tell I did not feel very comfortable playing this style. I mean, I don't think I made any big mistakes, but sometimes I was just like, kind of like frozen. Like, what am I supposed to do now? I guess the answer was probably that I should have made more Vikings, because then you kind of mix the utility a little bit, you know? Like, the unit cluster looks decent, but that is actually not crazy. This is a normal ratio for TVZ, by the way, guys. If you play TVZ long game, 14k against 20k, that's what it should look like. 78 workers killed. Like, if I had a bunch of Vikings, I could land a lot more, kill the stuff on the ground a bit faster, maybe kill the overlords in the main and stuff. So I guess next time, instead of making 23 Liberators and 3 Vikings, I should probably make more something like 12-12, 13-13, something like that. Find like a nice ratio. And then eventually probably actually go into battle cruisers. Though it was a cool experiment, we learned a bit. We beat our first Masters opponent. Now let's move on to game number 4. Alright, we got another Masters player, and this time it's a Protoss. I'm trying to think if we can maybe do a build, kind of like what I tried last game, but maybe more fitting against Protoss. Maybe try a build where I can do Banshees and Viking drops, because against Protoss, the Viking drops would actually do massive damage, and I would only need 2 as well. So I'm kind of wondering, because I feel like without the Banshees, it's going to be hard to survive the early game. Excuse me. So I'm not quite sure how I can fit both of those in a build. But I guess it's better to experiment now and find out. So by the time we do get close to Grandmaster, if we do, of course, then we do have the perfect build to actually try and reach that rank. We're playing against Fireclaw. The name sounds kind of familiar, but I don't know from what. So it could just be like, you know, a Reddit post, a YouTube comment, or... I feel like a YouTube comment I would probably remember. Maybe I would guess it's a Reddit post. Or a Team Liquid post. Maybe. One of those two, that's my guess. Could be anyone, though. Could be like my uncle or something, like I have no idea. Could be from anywhere, really. Anyway, I guess I'll probably have to go with the double gas. We had that problem, I think it was in episode 1 even, right? Or maybe it was episode... No, episode 1 didn't have Protoss, so it was episode 2. Where I tried to go for a double gas, but my opponent didn't scout, so I didn't get to use it as a mind game, and as a result, I was actually a little bit behind from it. So I really hope that this opponent's actually going to scout, so I can, you know, win a bit of mental warfare. Get a better shot for the later game. That would be nice. Because I don't think playing straight up Sky Terran against Protoss is pretty difficult. I feel like once you get to the late game, it's probably not that bad. Like with battlecruisers zooming around and having planetaries everywhere, it's probably okay. That's gonna be the main quest for TVP, you know? Like I just need to figure out how on earth I can get there, basically. That's, I don't know if it's possible, but if it is possible, then we're gonna have a very good time, because I can imagine playing a bunch of Sky Terran games is gonna be super fun against Protoss. I actually had a few games on stream where I played Battlecruiser Mine against, like, Tempest Carrier. And obviously I'm not allowed to make mines, but every single game where it was like that, Battlecruiser with a lot of PFs, ended up being an absolute epic banger. So I can totally imagine this, you know, if we do find a solution that's gonna be epic. I'm getting tired of this probe. There you go. That's what you get for hitting my buddies. And now you're gone. Bum. Bum. Okay. Now, I could check around my base. I could also just go straight for his base. I think I'll actually go for his base instead. I'm considering making the CC... No, actually, no. He scouted me, right? So, logically, he should not be sending a Zealot or an Adept across. Which I cannot really rely on, but... I'm gonna try, and I'm just gonna make my CC on the low ground. I feel like usually people get pretty scared if they see a double gas going up, so... To me, it makes more sense than anything else if he's just keeping his units at home. See, there's the Adept. I'm basically just YOLOing this to get his scout off on the tech. Oh, there's actually no tech building yet. That is a little bit annoying. I guess we'll have to swag out. Can we get the dodge? No. Unfortunate, okay. So we're not gonna know what tech it is. That is gonna be a little bit tricky for Sky Terran, guys, because I need to know if I need to make a Viking or not against the Stargate. I think I'm just gonna go for Banshee anyway. And then if I have to adapt to making Vikings, I should have enough resources for it, I would hope. But I guess we'll see. Definitely gonna make a bunker as well. Let's get a bunker up at the front. I feel like I could also afford a second starport already. Maybe that is actually the play. I feel like, well, I shouldn't show it to an Adept, so I'm gonna build it a little bit further. Because if the Adept shades up and my starport is right here, it would just see it, which is obviously not... No. that SCV almost owned me, by the way. I'm not sure if you guys realized that, but that SCV was almost exactly on the depot and I wouldn't have been able to close it. So that SCV almost completely dunked on me there. I did get supply booked a little bit because I wasn't paying enough attention, though, to the front. So that is definitely a decent mistake there. Okay. He's still trying to get in here. I'm making my 5th Marine. Like, I feel like I really need to kill that Adept because else I... Oh, nice, perfect. It's dead. Else I would not be able to put the starport in the reactor without him seeing it, which would be very unfortunate. But now I can actually do it. Now, in the past few games against Protoss, I feel like I was just going for a mass Banshee, so this is definitely going to be something different. Actually, this timing could work out insanely well. How am I going to manage this? It's really scary looking at the clock, by the way, because the clock says 4:22. 4-gate blink is supposed to hit at 5 minutes, and look what I have. I would almost have 2 Banshees by the time it hits. Oh, what? No, my Marine didn't go inside the bunker. Oh, that is... I don't know what happened there. I guess I misclicked. I don't see another explanation. But that is freaking tragic. And this is gonna put me massively behind. Oh, he mismicroed those Stalkers so bad. He gave my SUV space to repair. Okay. If we just blocked it, this bunker would have been dead. And I would have taken so much damage. But instead, we're actually going to be completely okay here. Alright, well, thank you, Fireclaw. If you happen to be a fan of the channel and that's why you did that. Shout out for helping me make, you know, winning content. No, but seriously, that was a massive mistake by him. And we have to be very grateful. Because those Stalkers would have ravaged my worker line forever. And that would have put us so far behind. And now instead, we're going to be able to try the craziest double prong ever. 2 Vikings are going to go into the main. And then at the same time, my Cloak Banshees are going to go in the natural... Maybe the 3rd. Not quite sure what he has. Could be the 3rd as well. You can tell I don't really have the money. Okay, so he's blinking past with just 4 Stalkers. Okay, his build is also pretty crazy. So I guess we're going insane on each other right now. I'm not going to use anything to defend though. Like, if anything, this is just a perfect distraction for me. I really doubt he's going to be able to look at all these places at the same time. Like, I think the fact that I'm losing SCVs is actually totally fine. Like, I really doubt he will be able to manage this. Yeah, this... Oh, classic mistake. He warped in 2 Stalkers to beat my 2 Vikings. Vikings are pretty good against those. That's not going to work. Let's see. They're still actually on the chase, which is nice. See, my bunker was killing something or being killed by something. Both of those are possible. Oh, wait, I actually have my Vikings! The reinforcement Vikings! No way! I actually forgot about those. Oh, he's actually chasing these. He's losing all of his probes! He's crazy! Okay. Well, I was macroing very poorly there, by the way. Definitely have to admit my mistake there. I had 10 SCVs in the queue. I was wondering why I wasn't able to afford my units easily. With like semi 2-base saturation. But okay, first attack was definitely very successful. He's not moving out yet. I wonder what the next step... I think the next step is just for me to get another starport for more Banshees. Most likely. I thought I had something at the top. I guess those 2 Vikings died and that was all I had there. I haven't been checking for an observer, truthfully. That would also have been pretty smart. There could be an observer here that's just checking all my stuff. Let's see. I'm just here to repair this Banshee, by the way. Like, I feel like in TVP, you really cannot afford to, you know, lose extra units for no reason. No, actually, I did get Banshee speed up. That is massive. Okay. I'm just gonna scan blindly. I don't see any observers here. There's a decent chance Dude, I feel like these fire effects always look like an observer somehow to me. Or maybe... I feel like the last time I said that there was actually an observer there, so... Maybe I should stop saying things like that, because it looks a little bit silly in that case. It is what it is. Now I'm gonna make a Raven here. I'm actually gonna make 2 Ravens. Ravens are obviously pretty useful. Now, by the way, guys, one thing. A lot of people said that I shouldn't be using Ravens because I have a Raven Hellion series. Do you guys not know that I also have a Viking series called the Penguin Brothers? So if you guys really love Viking action, you should totally be checking that out as well. Okay. Now you're gonna see the effect of the speed. He blinks forward, but... Oh, he made a cannon. Okay, that makes me think he does have an observer in my base. Else I don't see a reason to make a cannon instead of just units. But yeah, you can see the speed effect here. Stalkers just can't keep up. And I think I killed like... probably about 15 workers in the natural and the 3rd base. Look at that damage. Holy... But the Stalkers just can't keep up with... Oh, it's actually beautiful. Now, I'm gonna get an... Oh, okay. GG, there we go. How many... Yeah, okay. He barely did have any supply there. How many... I want to see how many workers I killed in that last thing. But I want to finish what I was saying first. My next step here was to get an armory so I could get transformation servos to land my Vikings faster. I think Raven Banshee landed Viking would actually be a pretty good composition against like Stalker-based stuff. So if I could bait Protoss players into playing Stalker-based and then make this composition, it could actually be a really cool epic composition. Now let's see how many workers I killed with just these 4 speed Banshees, by the way. There's 36, so I think it's at 56, so it's probably 20. But you can see how hard it is for him to catch those. But the Stalkers are just way too slow, right? They're actually just way too slow. Let's see, is it gonna be 56? Yeah, there you go. So I killed 20 pros in just that drive-by, and I survived with 3 Banshees. That's how good Banshee speed is. I was hyping it up before, but now you can see it. That's how good Banshee speed is if they don't have Phoenixes. Stalkers are just too slow. They need to be good enough to be pre-split in every single base with their Stalkers, or they just can't catch up. And as you can see, a cannon, you can still just target pros beside the cannon. Anyway, I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode. Make sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all for the next one. Adios.